Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Denver, Colorado. And I'm so glad you could join me this afternoon. I have kind of a fun little card. At a recent swap I was at, one of the demonstrators here in Denver swapped a card. We actually made it. It was kind of fun. And I was so taken with it, I thought I would make another and share it with you. It's a Happy New Year card. And we don't need a lot of these things typically, but it's kind of a fun one. And so let's just get started. All right, here is my card project. Isn't that just the cutest thing? And so what you need to make this card, and I've got some of my materials ready here. There is my Cheers die, and I got this one this year out of the catalog. I thought it was kind of fun to have something like that. And so I cut that out of silver foil, and there's my exclamation point. Now on her card she didn't add those pieces. I'm going to see if we can fit it on there. Might not be able to, we'll see. So you need a piece of silver foil big enough to cut out your Cheers die. Then you need, I used a Whisper White base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored and folded at 4 1/4. And then I have 2 pieces of black that are 4 by 5 1/4. 1 piece of Whisper White that is 3 3/4 by 5, and then I have a piece of Whisper White that is a piece of scrap to cut out my wine glass here, or my champagne glass, and my sentiment. Then a piece of black, and this piece of black is 3 1/4 by 1 1/4 to go here. Then I have a piece of this designer acetate, and this piece is cut 3 3/4 by 5. Now I also have some of this pretty ribbon with the sparkles on it, and I'm trying to see, yes, there it is. It is the glittered organdy ribbon in black, and it just dresses up the card so nicely. And so I've got my piece that goes across my card, and I have a bow that I made, and I may need to make another one because I don't see it here. Okay, so let's just get started. It's really a very simple little card, and the stamp sets I'm using, I didn't have this one. I don't know what she used there, but this is the Sip Sip Hooray photopolymer, and so there's my long glass and my filling for the glass, and it's just got some really cute things with some like a piece of citrus that's cut, and some olives, and just different sprigs of things you might find in a drink. And then I'm using Itty Bitty Christmas because it's got a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'm just using the Happy New Year, and I'll show you how I set that up to do that. Okay, so I think doing our stamping first, and oh, then I have to die cut out the glass. Let's just go ahead on our piece of scrap, and what I've done is I put my Merry Christmas and Happy New Year stamp on a block, and then I use some washi tape to block off the Merry Christmas and then what I'm going to do is, I've already cut some strips. This is a 1/2 inch by about 3 inches, or 2.5, just so that it's long enough for your Merry Christmas. And I'm going to go ahead and ink that up really well. Then I'm going to peel off the washi tape and stamp my Happy New Year on my strip. There we go. And then I'm just going to trim that off. It won't look exactly like hers, but that's the Happy New Year stamp that I had available. And there we go. So that's all ready to go. So let's see. Let's start. It's very fast once you get this thing die cut. It's a very quick little card. So I'm going to take my base and I'm going to attach my piece of one of my black pieces here to the front. And I'm just going to use Tombow because that's what I have handy here. And attach that to the outside of the card. And then I have my designer acetate here. This one is one that's going away, and right now, as a result of the closeout for year end, it's on sale. So I'm just going to use a little bit of snail. And the way this acetate works, there's enough silver on the back of this that I think you can get away with putting snail down just about anywhere you want, because I don't think it's going to show. And put that in place on the face of my card. And then on this piece, I see why she left off the exclamation point, because there's not a lot of room there. So I think what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of snail to the back of my word, and this is with my dot runner, so I don't get a lot of glue where I don't want it. There. And I'm going to place my cheers on the front of my piece of black paper here. And there we go. And I think that she put that piece up on dimensionals. You know, I think I do this about every third time. I didn't put my ribbon on before I put this piece on. So I'm going to lift this and put this ribbon in place. There we go. All right, it's a miracle. All right, so this piece is going to go right on here. There we go. And then my Happy New Year is going to be centered underneath it with a couple of rhinestones put in place to dress that up. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some snail and lay that down flat on my card. Sorry for all the sniffles. I think I might be coming down with a cold. Let's see. Here's some rhinestones. And I'm going to put one on either side of my Happy New Year. And then the last bit of stamping we have to do is this drink glass. And I have my stamps mounted here. It looks like I won't be able to use my exclamation point. I don't think there's really any way to do that unless I made a bigger piece of black. Okay, so there is my glass, and then I'm going to use some crumb cake for the inside of that glass. And what I'm going to do is stamp it off a couple of times. So let's see if I just, yeah, it looks like the third generation would do it. So, because I want it to look like champagne. And let's see, let me get this just right. 1, 2, and then it barely shows. In fact, maybe I'll do it again. There we go. Now it looks like it has something in it. All right, now I need to die cut this piece, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back with my piece, and this is the die, and the die set is called Sip and Celebrate dies, and it cuts out this little glass, and I'm going to put that also up on dimensionals. All right, and then I'm going to tie my bow. And snip off the edges here. And I'm going to attach that, I think, with a glue dot. So I'll pick up my glue dot and add that right here to my glass. Looks like I need to trim those edges a little bit more. Okay, for the inside of my card, I have my 2 pieces, and I'm going to just go ahead and put that together, and I'm going to stamp one more glass over here, and that will be the decoration for the inside. So I don't have my pierce mat, but I'm going to try and get a couple of layers under this. And it's a long stamp, so you want to make sure you get pressure all the way along the glass, and there we go. And that is the decoration for our inside. Now I just need to put that in place on the inside of our card. And there we have a very fun New Year's card. And I don't know that I've done a New Year's card before, but we do go to friends for New Year's, and it might be kind of fun to carry a New Year's card and thank her for hosting, and maybe give her a couple of other made cards as a hostess gift. So there you go. As simple as that. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel today. I do so appreciate it. And I'm looking at some sparkle on this. I think what we used was the liquid. I can't think what it is. I'll put it on the screen. But I think for this one, I'm just going to use a little wink of Stella. to maybe make it look like it's sparkly. Okay, there we go. Again, thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel today. I do so appreciate it. And if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. Or you could join my team. It would be lovely to have you on my team. And so that's it for me. Let's see, this is December, so our prize draw is a bundle of your choice out of the new catalog. And those have started to ship out, so some of you may have them in your hands by now, and others of you will get them this week or early next week. And I'll be back soon with more cards, more projects, and more tips. Bye.